Hello and welcome to the Shall We Go Deeper podcast. So, one of my goals this year is to eat more healthy. Actually, one of my goals moving forward, right, is to eat more healthy. And I'm sure it is one of your goals as well. And if you're on social media, if you spend some time on social media, you know that there are a lot of misinformation on dieting, losing weight, gut health, juicing. Like there's just so much information and there's a potential for us or you and I to consume the wrong information and damage our health along the way. So I thought, what better way to get the right information than to get a UK certified dietitian on the podcast?
I'm not a dietitian yet. A UK registered nutritionist.
Okay, a UK registered nutritionist who knows her stuff so that she can come here and set the record straight and tell us what we need to know so that we can be the best version of ourselves when it comes to our diet. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the podcast Damilola, the diet chef.
That's me.
Hello, Dami.
Hi, Mercy. Thank
How are you doing?
For having me. I'm fine. I'm fine. It was a lot, but it's all right. I'm fine. Thank you. And you?
I'm good. We came to shoot this episode from church. The commute is crazy. I've never done a commute. I've never shot an episode immediately after church, so I did not see that commute coming. Crazy.
So we're here now.
Yeah, we're here now. Let's just get on with it. So, as a culture on this podcast, anytime that a guest come on here, I have to say at least one thing I love about them. And Dami, there's a lot of things to love about Dami. Dami is someone I knew from church, and if I'm going to just mention one out of the many multitude, right? I'll say that I love Dami is very demure.
Hey.
Yeah, you are very demure. You come across, you have a very gentle demeanor and very classy babe, you know.
I don't know, but thank you.
It's just natural to you. And I'll say if I'm going to relate it to a fruit of the spirit, I'll say gentleness.
Aww.
That's the aura that you give, right?
And
you also dress so nicely. You always look good. I love your fashion sense.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's
so nice.
So that the people can get a little bit of insight into who you are. I've told them you are very demure. They know that you're a nutritionist, so you're very smart. But just tell us one fun fact about yourself.
I did not see this one coming.
Yeah. I didn't send you the script for this one.
Hey, one fun fact about me. I don't know.
Really? I'm
I
sure
like
there's
sleeping.
something. That's very real.
I really, really, really like sleeping. Like, it's so important to me that I could cancel an appointment just because I want to use that day to sleep.
I love it. So you schedule sleeping days.
Yes.
So how many hours do you sleep per night?
That's the first. I sleep around 10. By 10, I'm already getting sleep. You call me 30 plus.
Yeah. You're not even 30 yet.
Thank you. I'm not 30 yet. But I'm usually up around 6. Even on weekends, I'm up at
6 a.m.
6.
So that's solid 8 hours.
Yeah, I'll still sleep back home. Actually on the weekend. I'll shower, dress up, like wear nice clothes, then I'll go back to go and sleep.
Yeah.
Because sleep is important.
I think that's very on brand. I love sleeping as well. I wish I could get 10 hours of sleep.
I know.
Or 11 every night. And there are studies that shows that we women, we need more sleep. We need more. My sister, if you're watching, please sleep more. If you can snatch 1 hour back in your day to add to your sleep time, please do it. But I love that you like sleeping. I do as well. But it's also very on brand. Because a demure lady takes care of herself.
For God's sake.
A woman that is demure takes care of herself, and sleeping is part
of self-care.
So as you heard earlier, Damilola is a nutritionist, UK certified nutritionist. And before we start talking about food and dieting and health, I want to get an insight on when and how you wanted to be a dietitian or a nutritionist.
Yeah. I don't know. You know how people say something found me? So I was in medical school. I was going to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Then I started hearing some people saying that they are nutritionists, that they're studying nutrition. And for some reason, it just felt like, oh my God, what I want to do with my life. I don't know how to explain it. And every time I tell people this story, it's like, I don't know how to explain. It just felt like, this is it. Then there was a time when I went to their department and it felt like, this is where I want to be. Till today, I can't explain. I don't know what I've never seen the course outline or anything. I just knew.
You just had nutritionist.
Yes, and I was just like this. Maybe it's because I've always liked the idea of food. I've always liked food. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just the idea of food and medicine together. You know. So it just seemed like, and I remember in food there was one course, I think food biochem, also in medical school. I think first or second year. Those are the courses I really enjoyed. So something happened. I had to drop out of medical school, and I was trying to decide on where to go next. So it was between public health and nutrition. And my course advice, I was telling him public health. So he said, no, go back. Go and think about it again. So when I came back, I said I want to do nutrition. I said that's fine. Then that was when I now signed my form and said, yeah, you'll do well here. I don't know. Then I got in, and yeah, I just started. But I know that over time, it's something that I really enjoyed learning and knowing about. It's just the idea of food and medicine. That's just how I see
together.
It just feels like it combines two things that matter so much to me: health and food. And and I just picked it up. So I did a bachelor's degree in nutrition from Babcock University.
Okay.
Finished the first class. Just
back up, people. Rep your girl.
Yeah, so did that. Then did a master's in clinical nutrition in the UK, in London. And I registered with Associate for Nutrition. So that's when I became a UK registered nutritionist. I'm also registered in Nigeria, but I don't remember where that certificate is. But I know that I'm also registered in Nigeria and UK registered nutrition. But before then, I started Diet Chef. I started Diet Chef from Nigeria. So I would say it found me. And the Diet Chef started because I had a family member who needed help with their diet. So I would cook his meal plan. So I'll create a meal plan, and it's like, I don't have to cook this thing. I was like, okay, that's fine, I'll cook it for you. Then I was like,
and he said, oh, you did just for a family.
I did just for a family. But I was like, what is something I would actually really like to do to let people see that it's not that deep. And I know that it's because I know I have the knowledge. That's why I say it's not that deep.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be so complicated, because at first he would have meal plans that had foods that he does not know or recognize. And he said, I'm struggling with this thing. But I was saying, no, let's find a way to make it Nigerian, because that's what you know and eat. And I know that if you spend 20, 30 years of your life eating something, it's not easy to just change just because of your health. I've seen people that will say, oh, if it's to die, let me just die.
I'm not doing, let me just die of the disease.
Exactly, than to be changing. So that was what led to the Diet Chef. And over time we've evolved. But anyway,
that's really good. I love that you mentioned that with that family member, you adapted their diet to match their health goals, but in a Nigerian way. I remember when I jumped on the bandwagon of gut health. It's Greek yogurt. But bear in mind, I'm lactose intolerant. There's no reason why I should be eating Greek yogurt, even though Greek yogurt is low in lactose, but it still has lactose. And I saw a post that you did that locust beans is good for the gut health. Pap.
Pap
is good for the gut health. Ijebu gari, because it has been fermented. I was like, welcome, I didn't think about this. So I can eat good food that is good for my health on a Nigerian diet. I really, really love that. So she mentioned that I called her the Diet Chef. That's because that's a brand. She has an Instagram page, and there's a website as well where you can book consultation. She'll meet with you and you can discuss your diet goals. And if you have a diagnosis from the doctor as well, that can be incorporated into the diet plan she will give to you. So if you have any worries or you want to lose weight, you do that as well.
We do weight loss. I mean, it's not my preferred. Because there's so many people doing weight loss, and people don't. Unfortunately, people don't listen to us when we talk about weight loss, because they prefer to follow coaches or people online that promise them things.
So when they promise them fake.
So when they come and they start to fight, I don't have energy, honestly. Like, I know it sounds mean, but we are all adults and we should have responsibility for our lives. And if you are not willing to go through what I can't be chasing people. So I just feel like I don't really like taking weight loss clients, because you rather follow the things they are saying online. Then they'll start arguing, no, this person I saw online is doing like this, and you're like,
okay. But we're giving you advice based on the book.
Exactly,
Science.
based on the book, based on
Yeah.
science. And sometimes they say, "Oh, you've never lost it, so you don't know, or you don't know what it feels like." And I'm like, "Yeah, fair
That's
enough."
cheeky.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, fair enough. So sometimes we prefer to take people with other health conditions like diabetes, hypertension. For some reason, they listen to us. But
Yeah.
they listen
Do you
to
take
us.
people with PCOS as well? Because I've seen a lot of content online about, there's a doctor I follow. She has PCOS, so she drops content on how you can manage your diet as a PCOS girly. And because also women with PCOS have a higher risk of having diabetes because of the insulin resistance.
Yeah.
So do you do stuff like that as well?
Yeah, we do. So I also work with a dietitian. So even though I'm not a dietitian, I have a dietitian on my team. So she's the one that she reviews the plans, makes sure that everything is medically accurate. So even though I know I don't want to be the highest authority over things, so there's somebody that also fact checks things. Like, okay, this thing is going, I guess it's correct. So anytime I do something, I send to her, "Oh, please fact check this," so that it's not just Dami has said, you know. Yeah. So we have a team of a dietitian who is just a me, but
You know, it's a team.
Yeah,
You know, when
it's
you
a
start a
team,
business, you'll be like, you're sending an email. We are happy to.
We are
It's
happy
just you. It's just you.
but yeah,
We love it. It's a business.
Yeah,
And I'm curious as well because I introduced you as a dietitian. You said you are a nutritionist. So and now you're saying you have a dietitian on your
On my team, yeah.
What is the difference between a nutritionist and a dietitian?
So a dietitian, after my nutrition degree, I should have done a 1-year internship in the hospital. Imagine it as doctor housemanship thing.
Yeah.
So that internship is what qualifies me to call myself a dietitian. So that shows that I've had
Work
experience or medical training in the hospital. I have 3 months of it, but it's not up to the 1 year that is required.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it because COVID. Then I came for my master's. I was hoping I'll be able to do it here, and I realized, oh my, it's just became very complicated. And it was someone saying, "Go back to Nigeria and do your internship." I said, "Hey."
In Nigeria, federal hospital, they don't have generator. Let's not talk about Nigeria today.
I mean, I don't mind, but I also felt like I needed to have a little bit of. I think that was around that graduate visa. If I go, how will I come back? So if I want to go, let me know. I can stay here exactly, or I can do it. I'll still find a way to do it because something I really want to do.
Yeah, you should do it. So,
and I'm not allowed to attend to people with medical conditions because I'm not it. I don't have that medical
training.
Yes, so that's why I have a dietitian.
Good. I love your story. It feels like, not to spiritualize your story, right? It feels like God led you to that path.
I know,
unintentionally.
Yeah,
you were going for medical school. You had nutrition, diet. You're like, I'm interested. Maybe you didn't change immediately. Then something happened. Life happened. You left medical school and you found yourself on that path. So it feels like a divine realignment.
Honestly, sometimes I feel that way, but sometimes sometimes like, let me not spiritualize it.
Yeah.
I just didn't pass my exam.
Maybe if you pass,
exactly,
you be a doctor.
Exactly. So
I say it's good to see positive in everything. Okay, thank you so much. That's an inspiring story. I hope that inspires you as well to whatever happens to you. You can, let's say you fail a course, you drop out or whatever. There's always an option to pick up yourself and find another path or a similar path and do well. Just look at her. She's doing well now. Glory be to God. Okay, let's make a quick game before we go into the serious stuff. So we're going to do eat or bean. I have a list of 6 food here that can seem controversial. So I want you to tell me if you eat it or
bin it.
Put it in the bin. So the first one is pineapple on pizza. You know, people say, are you serious? You like the sweet and
savory? Yeah.
Bean for me. I've actually never tried it. Never tried it. Maybe I need to try it, but I just can't. And I ordered pizza yesterday, even though the pizza ran my stomach and I was purging, whatever. Yeah, but I really enjoyed the pizza, and I saw the option on Domino's. I was like, should I just try it?
Yeah, it's something I do. I like it. I don't like it.
Okay. It's a bean for me, but let's see if I'll change my mind if I try it. What about sushi? I think I've had sushi once. Is it sushi or sushi?
It's sushi.
Sushi, yeah. Sushi. I had it once, but it had no taste.
Did you use the desert? It comes with dipping sauces.
I tried it at a buffet restaurant. Maybe that's why.
They'll most likely be dipping sauces beside it. That you probably didn't. pay
So
attention
it's
to.
so it's like I have to use the sauce. It's almost like rice and stew. If you eat white rice alone, of course, you won't have
Yeah,
any
rice and
taste.
stew with fish. That's literally, yeah.
Mm.
So I think, I mean, I would eat it. I don't think it's the best thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Yeah, because
Do
people
you
make you
get?
feel like sushi.
No, I think it's just, also I feel like people make food very elitist. They're like, oh, have you had mama relax? It's not, yeah. To me, I like it. If I see it, but it's not something I'll now go out of my way to get. Yeah.
Okay, sushi. Me,
Yeah,
I
sure.
won't. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've tried it once and I won't throw it away. I'll just have it.
Yeah, like,
it's not. Yeah, it's all right. What about kefir? Kefir.
That's the thing that's like yogurt now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Good.
it. Yeah, but to me, I don't see the difference between that. I take
And
that
Greek
back.
yogurt.
I
Okay.
take that back because I know that there's most
Lots of-
likely a difference.
Yeah, kefir
Yes.
has more
I take that back.
bacteria for the
Yeah.
gut. Yeah.
So I like it. Yeah, to me, it tastes like yogurt.
Yeah.
I don't see the difference.
The difference is that it's watery. The one I buy from Tesco.
I know. What I'm saying is, you know how something and you're like, oh, it should taste different. Like it doesn't taste
It has no
anything.
taste.
Exactly.
It
It
has
doesn't
no
taste
taste.
anything out of the ordinary. So yes, I would absolutely
Same
eat that.
kefir, but
Yeah.
I think I'm just staying away from dairy right now.
Dairy, yeah.
I'll get my guts health and probiotic and prebiotic from somewhere else. So I'll still say take. Even though I'm currently not taking it. What about mushrooms?
Oh, I love.
Really?
Love.
What
Yeah.
do you cook with it? Like, what food do you cook with mushrooms?
Different things. Usually I air fry mushrooms with soya pepper. So I just chop it, then air fry, put soya pepper on it, then put it in anything. Pasta, noodles, rice, whatever I'm eating, I just put it as a side.
I need to try it.
Yeah. That's how I eat it, really.
Because the way I had mushroom was with English breakfast once and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think it's usually boiled. I don't know. I don't boil it. I don't really like boiling veggies.
I might try so cook it in a Nigerian way, right?
Yes.
Cooking
for
in
the
Nigeria,
flavor.
for the
Yeah.
flavor.
So I just imagine how you just put meat in the air fryer, but obviously it won't be that long.
Yeah.
So you chop it. You can just cut into two, put soya pepper on it, put in the air fryer for a while. I
Yeah.
can't remember exact minutes, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Take it out and eat. That's how I
Okay.
eat it, yeah.
You know what? Maybe I won't bring mushrooms anyway. I'll try a recommendation. What about dodo plantain, fried plantain?
It's now.
So no controversy
No,
today. You know
no.
who hates dodo? I was like, dodo, come on.
How
It's
do you do
one
that?
of the best snacks ever.
I know, right?
It's just
I mean,
nice. It goes with everything, with beans, with rice. You can eat it on its own. You can eat it
Exactly,
with eggs.
with stew.
Yeah.
With everything. My brother eats it with Indomie.
I don't know about
Yeah, I know,
Indomie.
right?
Yeah,
it just
it
feels
doesn't
very,
really
it feels like a
go.
lot.
It doesn't really go.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
You
people
can
do.
plantain, even plantain itself is very versatile. You can boil it,
You can.
you can fry it, you can
grill
use it, you can roast it. It's just amazing. And the final one, amala. Don't tell me you hate amala.
That's the thing. I don't know how to explain it. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I like buying it in a buka. I like the buka. There's a buka taste. There's a particular one. Whenever I go to Nigeria,
Yeah.
there's a particular place in Baghdad I always beg them to take me to. I just want to buy the amala. I don't like it in the house. When they make it in the house, I don't eat because to me it's not sweet. There's no way that you make it. I know that people say, oh, it's the sauce, it's the stew. But there's something, I don't know, they say maybe she used jazz for me. But there's something about that buka, that woman's buka that
Maybe
I
placebo
go out,
effect.
maybe I go out of my way for it. I remember one of my birthdays, I said that's what I want to eat on my birthday. It has to be that woman's amala. But on a general note, I don't even make it.
Yeah.
I've never made, like, apart from when my mom needs me to make it, I've never come to my house and say, oh, I'll now make amala today.
You'll be craving it.
No, I only crave that woman's the buka one, but I won't just crave that. Say, oh, today I'll make stew, I'll make it. It's not. So I'm in the middle.
Yeah, same. We don't cook
Yeah.
amala. I can't remember the last time my mom cooked amala. I've never made amala myself as well. I can't remember. The thing with swallow is it has to make sense on its own.
On its own, yeah.
With eba, I can chew eba on its own.
Exactly.
Pounded yam, I can chew it on its own. Amala, I can't chew it on my own.
Exactly.
And it
So
has
what
this
am I
sweet
doing?
aftertaste as well. So I'm not in love, but I wouldn't go out of my way. Like, for example, if I go to a Nigerian restaurant, when I went to NH, I won't buy amala.
Oh, there was one I got amala in Birmingham. One, is it Echo?
Echo 477.
Yes. Oh, I like the amala.
That's good.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, I've not had amala in a while. But after that day, I can't remember the last time I had it. Yeah, it's one
So
of
it's
those
like,
things.
okay, it's not beans, it's not beans, it's just like, let's put it to the side.
Yeah,
Maybe put it in the
exactly.
fridge for now. Later, maybe we are
Exactly.
really hungry.
I'll eat it. Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one. Anyway, now we're going to move on to talking about busting some popular
Diet myth.
diet
Yeah.
myths. But before I go through the list I have here,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell me the one that you've heard that is the most ridiculous. Maybe you have seen it online or someone said it to you, or even one of your clients, you are consulting with them. They're like, but I saw somewhere that if you do this, you will not do this. And you're like, no, that is ridiculous. So tell us.
I think the most common one that we get is that carbs will make people fat. So you see people take out rice, take out pasta, take out yam, take out plantain, take out potatoes from their diet because they don't want to eat carbs. No, that's what they're eating. So they'll now have to eat veggies and meat, which is not bad.
Veggies still have carbs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing. But then you see people saying things like, oh, bread is the problem. So you just see people taking out things that are a core of their diet. And I keep saying it is not easy to change your diet as an adult.
Exactly.
You not say, oh, if
No
it's
more
something
bread.
exactly, if you've always eaten bread, you now suddenly don't want to eat bread anymore. It's not very easy. So that thing where they say carbs are the problem, it's not even entirely, it's not true. And that's the most ridiculous one, and we get it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for someone trying to lose weight there are different instances that someone might want to cut out carbs.
Yeah.
Losing weight, managing blood sugar,
Yeah.
let's say diabetes or low blood sugar. Yeah, that's it really.
Yeah,
That's
those are the two
usually
ones.
losing weight. So what would you advise?
So if
if
it's
someone comes to
for-
you and say, I've cut out my carbs, and you're like, no, you don't have to do that. What would you now tell them to do?
If it's for weight loss, we'll look at your overall calorie intake. So it's not just the carbs. Overall, you need to be consuming less calories, right? So it's like mathematics. You need to be in a negative to lose weight.
Okay.
So you need to be burning more calories than you're consuming.
Eating, yeah.
If you're not burning, then you need to be consuming less. Burning less calories, consuming less calories, so to say.
Yeah.
So if your lifestyle is the type where you sit down, you're not going out a lot, so that means you're not burning a lot of calories. That means your consumption has to go down.
No.
Then in that case, what we are looking at is how can we reduce your portions? How can we reduce the oil in the food that you're cooking? Because oil packs calories. What are the possible hidden calories? There's something that we do in Nigeria that we don't realize. When people are cooking soup, they bulk up with protein and oil and all of those things. So the soup alone itself can already have
A lot of calories
without realizing it. So sometimes, but it's not the problem. Sometimes it is the soup. So, and also the portion. So if we can say, how can we reduce the size of maybe the rice that you eat and bulk it with veggies, and then look at how you're cooking your stew. It's the same thing I would do for a weight gain client. I love weight gain clients, partly because they're very patient, because they know it takes time.
Yeah.
And we get to practice with food. So if it's a weight gain client, I would say it's also the same thing. I won't go and tell you to not start overeating rice. We could say maybe for your sauce, we start to bulk up the calories. Maybe add coconut milk here, add a little bit of maybe shrimp and all of those things, add eggs in your sauce. By the time you are eating it, it doesn't seem like you're eating a lot of food. So I won't tell you to go and increase your quantity, but we'll bulk up the calories.
Yeah.
So it's the same way you do for weight loss, where you now start to cut out the calories subtly.
Yeah. So it's not like remove all carbs. It's like reduce the amount of carbs you're eating and balance it with other class of food.
Yes.
Okay.
Such that the calories are within the range of what you need. Yeah.
Okay. And would that be the same for blood sugar?
For blood sugar, for that one, the reason why I'm being careful about saying anything about it is when it comes to things that are very particular with specific diseases, we try not to make blanket statements
online.
Yes,
okay.
online.
Or in general.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's better that one, I know the person's situation, what kind of diabetes is it, what medication are they on, what is their food like. But usually what we say is balance. There's a way that you can balance it. You look at things like glycemic index. What are the things that can spike your sugar? How can you balance that with fiber so that the spike of the sugar is not going
too high?
Exactly. So those are things that we'll now look at and say, instead of cutting out rice, what if you eat ofada rice? Or what if you eat brown rice? Those kinds of things. Yeah.
So what I'm getting is, even in getting from this, in both situations, is carbs is not the enemy.
Yes.
We can tweak it.
Yes.
We can cook it in a different way.
Yes.
We can eat different type of carbs.
Yes.
And we can control the portions and balance it with other classes of food.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. That's good. So you can still eat your agege bread, or you can eat rice, you can eat pasta,
Yes.
Just
If you agree, but don't eat the whole loaf, you know. That's where
people will
just where the
people
issue.
will take a big agege bread and press it and say,
You know,
I'm pressing out the calories.
Then you'll not press, you'll not make maybe egg sauce with a lot of oil, you'll not put sardine. You'll not say
Nigerians,
the bread is the problem.
we too they eat so
How is the bread the problem?
especially men.
How is the bread the problem? You not see the sardine that you pour this side with the oil.
Oh,
Anyway,
crazy.
yeah.
Anyway, before we go to other list of diet myths, I want to ask you, as a nutritionist, you have all this knowledge and you know that food is a major factor in our overall health. What is the most unhealthy food? And I say unhealthy in quotes because I know it's subjective.
Yeah,
An unhealthy food that you just can't let go. That people say this food is not healthy, and you know it's not that healthy, but you're like, girl, I'm gonna eat it.
Indomie. I promise you. I promise you that I have tried. I've tried so much that I no longer buy it.
Oh,
I've actually reduced this completely.
Yeah.
I don't buy it. Before I used to buy it in cartons. Now I don't buy it. But there's sometimes when it's the fastest thing, and I just like the taste.
yeah, that's sodium.
Yes. But I know it's not good. So now
not good.
I've reduced the quantity. Maybe I eat just that small part that will take it can't even fill up a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Just
what I
one.
eat.
Yeah.
Just one. Then I add veggies. That doesn't make it healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still that's that.
What is it for me? I think it has to be noodles as well.
Yeah.
But I only eat it when it's like a do or die.
Yeah, exactly.
situation.
That's
And
where
just like you as well, try to add veggies and just to balance
exactly.
to balance your unhealthiness. And I've seen this post online. I can't remember word for word, but there's a study that shows that if you eat noodles at least every week, more than 3 times every week, you're at risk of a disease.
Yeah.
Right. And that is right.
Yeah.
And it has to do with the fact that the carbohydrate there is not a complex carb anyway, it's a processed carb. And you add it with sodium and you're eating it more than 3 times a week,
so
week on week. And the thing with diet and disease is that it's not about that one Indomie you just ate in 6 months. Is the consistent habit of it. You start adding up.
Yeah, it's not the most nutritious meal.
There's no nutrition.
Yeah, there's no. That's the problem with it.
Yeah. Okay, I feel you on that one, Jerry. I'm not sure. I don't eat Indomie too much, but I do be eating it sometimes. You know,
I've reduced it though. Honestly, because before, so someone, I remember one time someone asked me, what's something that someone can give you, and you would say, oh my god, this person loves me. I say it's Indomie. Indomie and egg.
Oh.
And it has to be boiled egg. Like it's very
boiled
specific.
egg. Yeah. Do you know what annoys me? People that break the egg in the noodles.
In the noodles, it's not the same.
People, do you add oil?
No,
why
I
would
don't
you
need.
add
I don't need oil now.
I can add small palm oil, right? Because I love the color. But groundnut oil, vegetable oil, it becomes very. I can't. Do you add pepper?
Yeah, of course.
You have to add pepper.
Now.
You have to add pepper. So that is your spice.
Yeah.
Do you know I've been curious because the new noodles I eat is that Nigerian Indomie brand that we. It's not a Nigerian brand, is it?
No, but the one they said Nigeria.
Yeah, the one they sell in Nigeria. Do you think the noodles we watch? I don't know if you watch K-drama. All those noodles we see in K-drama. Do you think it's a different type of noodles than we're eating? Is it healthier?
I don't know that part. I don't know, but I know that there's one particular one that is not Indomie and it's not regular British noodles. Like it's one of all these Korean noodles. I always look out for that one. If I'm not eating, because I always try to reduce Indomie. No, I don't eat Indomie as much again. I don't even buy it. But when I buy noodles now, is that Korean? Not because it's healthier. I just like the taste.
Just like the taste.
So I don't know. I've never done a research on it. I've never read up on it, so I can't say right now.
But I'm always curious because they eat it a lot. They love it. Okay. Anyway, the first diet myth on the list is apple cider vinegar can help you burn fat. Is that true?
That's a lie.
Really? People do be drinking the tea and their stomach will reduce.
It does not burn fat. So I don't get all physiological.
Please do. That's why we brought you here.
Physiology, that's why. How does it burn fat? If you're looking at it, and that's something that, and I'm very glad that I have a background in medicine. So those are questions I ask people. When you look at the body, how precisely does it help me? Explain it to me with science, but nobody can explain it to me with science. They just say it works.
It works.
How? Nobody can explain. So if something cannot be explained with science, it's either it has another effect that we don't know about, or because you are drinking ACV, you are eating less. Something and that's the thing about research. You have to look at all the other. The thing they say, correlation is not causation. The
Yeah.
fact that when you drink ACV, you're probably losing weight. That doesn't mean ACV is making you lose weight. So
Yeah.
it's important that we know correlation is not causation.
Yeah.
But what I've heard is that ACV could reduce appetite or hunger pangs.
Yeah, I think
people
I've
say,
seen it here as
yes,
well.
people say when you drink it, it suppresses the appetite. I've not really read much on it because I don't really like all those things.
Yeah.
But that's something I've heard people say. So it's likely that if it suppresses your appetite, then you're eating less, then you're losing weight.
Yeah.
Again, correlation, not causation.
Okay. Number 2 is seasoning cubes, the likes of Maggi, Knorr, causes high blood pressure. So I've know people. I know my grandma doesn't use Maggi at all. I know people who just cut it out because maybe they saw content about how that leads to high blood pressure. So what do you think about that?
It can increase the risk, yes.
Okay.
High blood pressure, that's hypertension, has a lot of other risk factors attached to it, but sodium is one of the biggest ones, and seasoning cubes have sodium.
Sodium in
And
it.
it's likely that you would be consuming way more than the recommended.
yeah. I think it's 20 grams per day.
Yeah, and that
But as a
yeah,
Nigerian,
how do I count it? I
we
have
just be squeezing the Maggi
I actually have a
cubes.
resource on it where it says the recommended something is saying, but as a Nigerian, how do I count it? So then
Yeah.
I explained how to do that. Anyway, so yes, it could increase the risk of it, and because of the sodium. And if someone already has a diagnosis, it's advisable that they reduce it. But it's also advisable that even if you don't have a diagnosis, try to reduce your sodium intake
in
general, and that could include reducing the use of seasoning
so-
cubes.
because the people who don't listen to that, it might get to a point that when they get that diagnosis, they can't use it at all. They'll be like, you can't even use it
Yeah,
at all. No salt.
exactly. No
I
salt.
think I've heard older people, they're like, they just eat their rice and stew, no salt. Oh, bless my
them.
heart. So let me start reducing it now. I don't want to hear story. So the next one is eating clean is cutting off all added sugar. So I've seen people say going on a diet of 30 days with no added sugar. So they see it carbs has sugar, right? But anything with, let's say, cookies, not adding sugar to their tea, do you think that equals eating clean?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's way, I don't know if it's a running joke in the nutrition thing where people say that you can't eat clean because you're not washing your food. You know that? That
You're not adding detergent.
Exactly. So you're not eating clean.
So
when it comes to nutrition and health, we believe scientifically and ethically, we believe that you're not trying to punish yourself. You're not trying to punish you. The goal is to have a sustainable and healthy life.
That's
right?
so good.
So in that case, what can you do? You can reduce the intake because you know that it is not good for you. For example, I've tried to. I don't put sugar in my tea, not because of I don't even buy sugar, not because of anything like that. But I've gotten used to a taste of plain tea, so it's like that's okay. But I would eat a cake on my birthday. If you invite me for your birthday and you give me a cake, I'm not going to start screaming, "Oh my God,
I'm
no!"
on a diet,
Exactly,
no sugar. Okay.
When they give us donuts in church, I would eat one
it,
because that's fine, even though it has sugar. So it's just knowing that balance, knowing that health and food, like food is not just, yes, health and food are related, but food is not just health, it's also social. So there's also enjoyment to it. You can go
It's
for
also
a
emotional.
party. Exactly, it's also emotional. I could maybe I'm happy about something and I want to buy a cake for myself. That's okay. That doesn't mean I should eat a cake every day, but it's okay for me to want to eat a cake once in a while. It's okay for me to want to eat meat pie. It's okay for me to want to eat things. So no added sugar. I get it. You can reduce it, but doesn't mean that it has to go out of your diet completely. You know, people keep, and I get it. People say, "Oh, if you eat it, you're at risk of." I get it. That's why we say life life is not very rigid. It doesn't have to be exactly. It doesn't have to be that way. I can't remember the last time I had anything with added sugar, not because it's intentional, but it's just because I'm trying to choose all foods. And for no, apart from today when we had the donuts, but for emphasis, the point is, if you give me a cake, I'll eat it. I won't treat it because I'm a
cake in church,
nutritionist or because this or this one, things like that. So I would say eating clean, that's okay if that's their definition of it, but sustainable healthy living does not mean you should take away everything
altogether.
Completely.
Right. So thank you for that. What I'm trying to aim for, if I bring it to myself, is in my personal life, I try to not have added sugar.
Yeah.
Right. so that occasionally
Yeah.
when sugar comes, I can take it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I can have that hot chocolate. That's why I can
Yeah.
have donuts, just
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
said.
I feel like the mindset is it's for health, it's for joy, it's for happiness, and it's for enjoyment. So what does that mean to you as a person? That's important. So while you are doing all of that, you can now start reducing things part time. Doesn't, again, when I say that, I can't remember the last time I had added sugar, doesn't mean that I won't drink coffee with sugar too much. Do you understand? It's not like I'm not saying, oh my god, I won't. Do you understand? It's not that deep. It's just being intentional about your choices. That's just what I'll say.
Okay.
And not feeling like you are restricting yourself or you are going through some sort of purging and you're trying. Yeah, just
being intentional.
Yeah, exactly, be intentional
and balanced.
Exactly, and take it small. Take it small. If today, like the sugar thing, it took me a while because I think I realized I was eating, well, even because I realized I was eating a lot of it, especially in drinking gari and all of those things. So that's okay. Let me find ways to reduce this thing. It's not because there's anything wrong with drinking coffee or anything. It's just me realizing I'm not doing too well with this thing. Then just being putting the balance. Putting the balance.
So balance is key.
Yeah, balance is key. Exactly.
Thank you. And this one is related to that as well. I've seen posts that say there are different type of fruits. So I remember a podcast I was watching and it was saying that we should eat more berries because berries has more fiber. That bananas, orange, apples. I think they say apple is still okay because it has more fiber as well. So what's your take? And when I listened to that podcast, I got the point that yes, try to prioritize certain fruits because it has more fiber. But if you're at a risk of, I think, diabetes or something, maybe stay away from the sugar fruit or pair it with other classes of fruit, just like you said earlier. But I've seen people take it to the extreme on social media as well, on TikTok, for example, like don't eat fruits, don't eat bananas, don't eat oranges. Those things is sugar. I think someone was telling me in church as well that don't let the first meal you eat be fruits. Your first meal of the day cannot be fruits because it's sugar. And I was like, but it's not added sugar though. It still has fiber. It's like, it doesn't matter. Your body does not know the difference. Sugar is sugar. So what do you have to say about that? Don't eat fruit because it has more sugar. What do you think?
That thing is an ongoing debate. And I know that people keep saying that the body, that, again, this is one of those things that I feel like I've not done enough reading and research on. So I can't speak on, but I don't agree with it. From what I know, and I remember one of my colleagues was saying that if you are on TikTok too much, you start to doubt your textbook. You're like, didn't I learn this thing in school? Am I mad? Like,
I studied 4 years.
I know what I am saying. But so that's one of the reasons I just when I see someone was saying to me, "What do you think?" I say, "I don't know. At this time, research could be. I mean, science evolves and all of those things. So at this time, I don't know why that thing has started, but I don't agree with it.
Okay.
But again, this is a general statement. It's not a medical thing.
Yeah, and it's
anything.
not context based.
Exactly. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But my own take is eat fruits.
Yeah.
And I don't think there is one. Like we say, the best fruits for you is the one
you will eat.
It's the one that you can.
I remember when they said exactly.
It's one that is accessible.
Exactly. I remember they saying that one apple a day chases the doctor. So now they are saying that no apple.
It's not apple
berries.
Again. It's not
and berries are not nice. They don't taste. Blueberries don't taste nice. I have to combine it with grapes for me to eat it. But that person actually convinced me. So I stopped eating fruits for breakfast and now eat my fruits on lunch and dinner. Can you imagine? They're like, your body does not know the difference. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, so that person should answer this question. If your body does not, okay, fine. If your body does not know the difference, in quotes. So what should you eat? What's the thing that does not have sugar or glucose? Because the sugar they're talking about in fruits is fructose. And they're saying, it will break down to What is the thing that you eat for breakfast that will not break down to that glucose?
That's a very good question because I started doing that. What I have for breakfast is now, my breakfast is more veggie and protein based. So I eat a bit of veggie stir fry and some protein. Then I was listening to someone saying that everything that is grown from the ground is carbohydrate.
Exactly.
I was so shocked.
That veggie you're eating, still, even though it is low and it has fiber, it still has carbohydrate
and it still has sugar.
Breakdown. Which obviously depends on the vegetable, of course. It still is likely still going to give you a level of. So
that is so real. That is so real.
Because if you're looking at a Nigerian diet, so is it pap and akara that does not have sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, so what should be the alternative? Like, so what should I have for breakfast instead? Is it coffee and a snack that is better?
Coffee
And
and
people should not
doctor.
make their context
The norm.
or like they should not make their context a medical advice.
Mhm.
So I want to give myself as an example because I like to play with like like to play with my food and identifying what works best for me. There was a time
Yeah.
when I realized when I have breakfast, I don't get hungry for lunch. So I have breakfast and I won't eat till dinner, like till 6, 7, and I don't eat late. Not intentionally, it's just that's when dinner is ready and I just eat. And I don't eat till after 7. And I feel okay. Sometimes recently I realized that my body sometimes it's better that I wait till maybe 11, 12 before I have breakfast. But then that's because sometimes I'm bloated, sometimes I'm not. So I'm still trying to navigate.
Yeah.
So I'm not come and say, so the next best thing is to not eat till 12.
Exactly.
Like it's so
Yeah, especially as women as well, our body is as cycles, right?
Yes,
We have a cycle, and that's a topic that I'm really interested in. I think that doctor I follow, I think she's writing a book. I really look forward to reading it. I can't remember at the top of my head, but I'll send you her Instagram.
It sounds like Dr. Hazel.
Maybe let me see.
Because I know I follow someone that she talks about
PCOS, women's
period and things like that. Or maybe she's not the one, but anyway, let's go on. This one.
She's the one. She's the one.
Yes,
I really like love her.
Yeah.
I really love her. I can't wait for her book.
Doctor.
Yeah, she's a doctor. I can't wait for her book.
Nutritionist.
So the final one is ginger, garlic, and lemon can heal any disease. This one, my mom swears by this. So it's not my mom says that can heal any disease, but let's say you are feeling funky, come and drink ginger, garlic.
Yeah,
and it do be working though.
Yeah,
so that's why I'm like, is this a myth? Or is it like half and half? Like it can heal, but not really.
I don't know if honestly at this point, I know that there's something about ginger, garlic.
There's something.
Those things that's very helpful. But I don't believe that food is medicine in that sense. Does it have vitamin C and all those things that will be helpful when you have a cold? Yes. Does it mean you should not use medication or will it heal certain things? No.
Okay. I think that's an answer you can expect from someone that studied medicine.
Yeah.
Right? But there are people who swear that food can't be medicine.
No.
Okay.
It's like, for example, if somebody has cancer, I mean that in because it's a very serious thing. I will not tell you not to meet a doctor and not to go through your procedures because you are speaking to me. I will beg you
please
to go and do your procedures.
Yes.
I won't tell you to drink something and something. It is such a big thing that people think, oh, when I eat certain things, it should heal. Food can support. Food is good. Food, it influences, but food cannot of itself heal.
Food helps for prevention.
Yes, that's another thing.
The point where food thrive is in the prevention phase.
Exactly.
But when there is a disease, please go to the professional, take your medicines.
Yes.
You can still be eating healthy. You can still take the ginger and garlic.
Exactly, but don't let it replace.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to get very controversial. It's not like people that say, "Oh, vaccines are anti-vax," and then say they'll take ginger. I'm like,
that era was very funny. You know, it's by the Antichrist. They said the vaccine is from the Antichrist. They said the 5G is from the Antichrist. So let's not go into that. Let's not go into that. Okay, let's play a little game, right? We're going to talk because we live in the UK and we are from Nigeria.
Yeah.
We want to talk British food. And that's one of the cultural shocks that people have when they move to the UK as well. It's better now because you have African stores everywhere. But anyway, in general, as a Nigerian living in the UK, what's your British food that you really, really love?
British breakfast, the full thing.
You can never go wrong with that.
Thing.
I love an English breakfast. Give me toast, chips.
Give me hash browns. Give me the tomatoes and the baked beans and the bacon.
Sausage.
Put everything.
Eggs.
Bring it.
I love the
love
British
breakfast.
the egg with that one.
Yes. And
God really helped them.
Everything together. It just comes together.
I love it. English
that's my
breakfast. I can eat that every day.
Yeah.
Right, and it's full of protein, beans,
it's everything.
Yes, everything. So I love that too. What's your least favorite British food?
Black pudding. I've never had it, but the idea of it is disgusting. The one
They
make
put it
blood.
with English breakfast.
Yes,
I remove
I
it.
always remove it. Yeah, that's it.
I remove black pudding and mushrooms and stuff. But black pudding is with blood.
It's blood. Yeah, it's made
Yeah,
with
let's
blood.
not
Weird
do
stuff.
that. I agree. But my own is this one
What's
is
that?
gravy.
It's okay.
I
Mm.
don't know what it is about gravy. I can't stand it.
But
It makes me want to vomit.
chicken. The one they put on chicken, no? Anyone.
Don't put any gravy.
I don't like mac and cheese.
But mac and cheese is it not American?
Is Abby?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know again. No.
Yeah, it's American.
but I
though.
don't. It's not
Mac and cheese, like I agree with you. The concept is we just boil macaroni and not add
Add
cheese. No
cheese.
pepper.
Yeah. Oh, there is one place. I think it's So Bird. One restaurant. They make mac and cheese, but with Korean flavors.
Is it nice?
Ah, God, it is amazing.
Hey,
It is so good.
you have to send me the restaurant. So
It is so good.
Yeah.
I think someone introduced me to the thing. She was like, "Oh, it's going to be nice," and I kept going back and going
Yeah.
back and going back.
yeah, okay, I'll try that. But
Yeah.
general, even the ones I see, the American Thanksgiving
Mhm.
videos when you see them, it's just cheese and
Macaroni, yeah.
spaghetti.
You said spaghetti.
I don't want to hear it. So, what British food do you cook regularly?
Nothing, no.
In this household, we
Nothing.
only eat Nigerian food.
No, I don't.
Same.
I don't
cook any British
yeah, I
food.
don't cook British food.
Yeah, not even jacket potatoes.
I don't
and-
like potatoes.
Oh.
I don't like potatoes. I don't like tubers. Potatoes,
Okay,
yam,
you don't like tubers. Okay.
those things.
Same. There's no British food I cook.
So I'm thinking about
Yeah.
it. I mean, I know there Yorkshire
chips.
pudding. Is it British? I don't
The
even know.
chips is
again.
all over the world. I do
Exactly.
chips from the time. Okay.
No, I don't.
Anyway, now, what general advice would you give people listening so that they can live a healthy lifestyle?
So I think the first thing is your goal should be to be a healthier version of yourself, not to look like or to be like an influencer or somebody that you see online or to eat like somebody. All these what I eat in a day is cute, but you don't have to follow it. So since the goal is to be the healthier version of yourself, you can look for things that are sustainable for you. I'm going to give you an example. For me, I'm trying to go back to the gym. I've been struggling. So what I do is try to take walks. I intentionally use a train station that is far from my office so that I take the walk and do the walk and come back. So that's something that is sustainable for me. Another thing that I do is sometimes I don't really get the chance to cook, and sometimes I have to eat from work. And I noticed that obviously I can't be telling them I want you to cook it like this. So you guess what I do now is I buy packed salads and I take it to work. So when I get maybe work lunch, I half the rice because they give me a large portion, and then put the salad. So I intentionally make those decisions for myself because I know this is the reality of my life.
Yeah.
And I can't force them to cook what they want to cook. I will give me what I want. If I want to eat it, then I have to eat it. So make intentional choices that work for you and that is sustainable. That's the only way that you can achieve it long term. Otherwise, you start, you stop, you start, you stop. And once you've achieved something and you've achieved it, then you can start to add on more things. Oh, now I'm eating veggies. I'm buying the salads, and is it helping me to eat my veggies more? Now, I'm now trying to also buy fruits so that I'll put it in my office because they buy a lot of biscuits and I say people not kill me. So I'll just buy fruits.
Work people, they love their
Exactly.
desserts and cake
Exactly.
and
So-
donuts.
And also sometimes they buy fruits, so I'll choose the fruits instead of the biscuits. So look for things that you can do in your life that's
Currently.
sustainable for you. Otherwise, you won't be able to continue it. That's
Yeah.
just
I
that's the
hear
most
that.
important thing.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a dietitian. Let me just have two more. Because I've been consuming a lot of study and
Yeah,
stuff.
go on,
I was
go
saying
on.
number one is just prioritize having a balanced diet, right? And see it from the perspective of instead of taking away add. So
Yes.
instead of taking away your coffee that you love, just say, I've not been eating enough vegetable. Let me add vegetables. Instead of cutting away carbs completely, let's say I will reduce my carbs small. I will not add more protein
Yeah,
and increase
yeah,
my protein.
yeah.
So just go to Google. What are the classes of food? Look at those classes of food and try to get as much as possible every day, and within your budget and within
Yeah.
your circumstances as well.
And drink water.
Hey,
Water is your friend.
exactly.
Drink
You
water,
know,
not coffee and juice. They are
Yeah.
good, but drink water.
I saw a video that said, you wonder why you're always bloated. After you have listened to all the advice about eating vegetables, you eat vegetable, you eat protein.
But you know, drink water.
What with your stomach used to
Move.
move,
Yeah.
now your stomach is big because you're not drinking enough water. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Drink
so
water.
drink water.
That's my mom's favorite one. Have you drunk water?
Mm.
Water is very, very essential, guys. Okay. We have one more thing. So
Okay.
another food Q&A, right?
Mhm.
Since we're talking about food, what is your favorite crisp?
There's this. Is this sweet Thai chicken? Hey, it's not Walker's. It's not. Hey, it's blue. I can't
Mhm.
remember the name, but the flavor is Thai chicken.
I've
Yes.
never heard that one
Yeah,
before.
I always look for it.
No.
Yeah, but I think I'm tired of it now. Plus, I don't eat crisps anymore because of the sodium. and
Yeah,
all the
sodium.
things,
Yeah, same.
Well,
Same.
but at the time when I used to,
Yeah. My mom buys a pack and I've not touched it in a long time.
Yeah.
What's your favorite fruit?
anything citrusy, except lemons, obviously,
Okay.
except the bitter ones. But
Yeah.
anything that is
Orange,
tangerines,
tangerine.
clams. Yeah,
Yeah.
I buy that weekly.
Yeah.
That's how much I like it. Yeah.
That's nice. Mine is banana.
Yeah, but banana in this country is not sweet to me. I prefer Lagos banana.
What's your favorite leafy green vegetable?
Kale.
I love kale
Because it's crispy and crunchy. That's
yeah,
what, yeah. It doesn't
yeah.
get soft quickly compared to
Exactly.
spinach.
Spinach is so annoying.
Yeah.
You can't even, like, let's say meal prep.
Yeah. Small
Spinach.
thing. You don't fall.
Yeah. Someone posted on their story. I think it was if he posted on the story that he wants to start cooking.
I spoke to him about it.
Yeah, I said
was
kale.
telling him.
Did you
Yeah,
say
exactly.
kale? I
told
said
him.
kale. I
Yeah, I
was
said
like,
kale.
kale.
Is kind of like a replacement for ugu. It's
Yeah.
not like how ugu doesn't get too soft
I
in
love
soups.
kale. What's your favorite Nigerian meal?
That's an interesting question. It has to be pounded yam or eba with any Igbo soup. I'm not very picky, but as long as it's an Igbo soup,
You are Yoruba, but you love Igbo
I
soup.
shall be there. Yes.
What's really? I've not tried an Igbo soup.
Hell?
I'm lacking, Abby. I'm wasting
Me,
away.
by myself. I'll buy you one soup on Sunday.
This Sunday I'm coming to. You have promised, though, my
Yes,
sister.
no, next Sunday. Next time we are in.
East London,
Yeah.
which is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's
In
fine.
3 weeks, actually.
That's
because- yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Enish makes there's one really nice soup they make. I'll buy for
Okay.
you.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, we're wrapping up. Do you have a cooking horror story, or do you want us to skip?
I don't. No, I remember one time when I put my hand inside the boiling kettle. I was young, and the thing flung me to the next room. That was when I woke up. You know how when electricity shocks, you don't know what's happening. So when I came, I was like, oh my god, I just got shocked.
Mine was boiling ring.
Yes,
I remember I held it and it chilled. And since that day, you will never catch me use boiling ring.
because I don't know what I was looking for. I don't know who told me to put my hand inside.
It was
And
boiling.
yes. No, I didn't know. I think I turned it on, and now it was not making sound. I said, is this thing working? And I put is it hot? Next thing, I was just in another room, and so I was like, did
That's
somebody slap me? Did somebody
crazy.
slap me? Did somebody hit something on my? He said, no, nobody was there. I know. Worst experience of my life.
Oof. Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Mine is when I was younger. I think I was 6, very young, and my mom was not at home, and I wanted to make eba for the first time. I was so eager to learn how to cook. Now I'm an adult. To cook it's stressful. I don't want to do it. But so I made eba with cold water, and I was wondering why it was not ebaing. I was like, surely this is how my mom made it. Add water and Gary. It's not giving eba. That memory is in my brain, imprinted there. It's so funny. Thank you so much for coming,
Thank
Danilola.
you for
I really,
having
really
me.
had fun.
Oh,
And
me
there it was
too.
fun.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe we'll bring you back again when you become a dietitian, so that you
So
can
can
give
you
us
imagine
medical updated advice. Yes. I had so much fun.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much.
Thank you.
And follow Damilola on our page. It's called The Diet Chef, and you can go on our website as well, as I said, to book consultation if you have any diet needs. Let's say you have a medical diagnosis and you want to work with a dietitian or a nutritionist, please use her services. She's a good one. You have heard her. She's very sound though. She's not a TikTok. She's not a TikTok person, no. And currently, Damilola co-hosts a podcast with her friend. It's called the
Nigerian Abroad.
The Nigerian Abroad podcast. So listen to her. If you want to see more of her demure-ness, you should follow her on that podcast as well. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Make sure you subscribe. and share this
Are you
podcast with your
threatening
friends.
them?
Please subscribe. Thank you so
Uh-huh.
much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, Mercy.
Bye.